At the edge of the map, there's a place few travellers ever reach, a land where icebergs drift like mountains and the ocean feels alive. I came here to see what life's really like beyond the Arctic Circle. No script, no plan, just discovery. From stormy seas to tiny villages and glaciers that seem to breathe. This is Greenland, the edge of everything. So let's go. So I'm in Ilulissat on the west coast of Greenland, and Ilulissat, population about 5,000, is built on the side of hills and sheer cliffs overlooking an iceberg-filled Disco Bay Sea. One of the ways the locals have developed this area is by building wooden walkways everywhere, wooden staircases. So what I wanted to do in this video is ask the question, where does that staircase lead? So let's go and see where this staircase leads. It's right next to the Hotel Vida Falk, just outside of downtown Ilulissat. And I'm going to find the main wooden staircases across Ilulissat and walk up or down them to see where does this staircase lead. It's icy today. The stairs are going to be slippery, covered in a thin layer of frost all across Ilulissat. It's currently -7 Celsius, feels like -12, and it's forecast to get down to as low as -20 tonight. So it might be a bit cold. But this is where this staircase leads, to a rocky beach. Behind me is the Hotel Vida Falk, you can just about see it in the background, and then this is where it leads to, down to the water's edge with icebergs and a view on top of the hill. You can see, I'll zoom in, there's a red building right at the top of that hill. That is the Hotel Arctic, the 4-star hotel in Ilulissat. And then these rocks carry on all the way around the coast. A fishing boat coming back to the harbour. So I'm not going to walk all the way along these rocks. I'm not crazy. It is freezing cold and icy. But what I am going to do is go back up the steps and find another wooden staircase somewhere else in Ilulissat. I think each staircase is going to have a different view of the Disco Bay. It's going to take us out somewhere unexpected. I haven't been up or down most of them yet, so you're experiencing this at the same time as I am. So we're just coming past Hotel Vida Falk now, this white building here.
Nature make the cold sky.
So I'll see you at the next staircase a couple of minutes down the road. So the next wooden staircase going up the side of a cliff. starts just past the church here, the Science Church, and then you've got the rocky outcrop here. The hospital is that red building that you can see there, and then you've got a wooden staircase going all the way to the top of this cliff. I haven't been up this staircase yet, so I don't know what's at the top. But really it doesn't matter, because in Ilulissat, everywhere you go, you've got views like this, or you've got views overlooking the town. So let's go up this staircase. And what I have seen is there's only a handrail on one side, which is interesting when you can get really strong winds in Ilulissat. So on this side you've got a handrail, on that side you've got a drop down onto some rocks. So this is very slippery at 10 AM in the morning. Another set of steps coming off this one. It makes you wonder, given how inhospitable this place is, how there's no level ground at all, how they actually built these steps. It also makes you think what it was like before they built the steps. Were people being like mountain goats and going up and down hills, clambering up cliffs? So at the top of this set of steps, this brought us out into what seems like a housing estate of some kind.
See smoke in the harbor like the dead breathing through. Killer get soaked. We dance, we shout, we knock Ilulissat, knock in the rhythm, move your feet, feel the beat. Hearts beat fast when the spirit's cut. Killer get soaked. Myths in nature make the cold sky.
To the top of that cliff near the church, where we can then see past this wooden hut. We can have a view over this way. So that's that set of steps. I've just seen one more bigger set of steps at the other side of the main town. So we'll head there and see where that takes us. So just behind me is Pacific Supermarket on the main street, and then behind that is this wooden staircase. It's amazing how they built these things. I know it's only a staircase, but they've literally built it on top of sheer cliffs and hills with no flat areas to build anything on. I think there might be a school at the top of here. So yeah, there's the secondary school down at the end, but at the top of this thing, this rock, there's a bench that should give great views all the way across Ilulissat. I just got to be careful when I'm filming because there are schools around here. So if we clamber up this rock, and try not to fall, because as I said, there's no flat ground. There are also no pavements or paths anywhere either. It's just gravel and well-trodden footsteps through some grass. So we're nearly there. The question I have is, why would you build a bench up here? Who's sitting up here? They built the steps down there. They could have built them a bit farther and built them up here as well. So that blue building is the Pacific Supermarket. Across from it is the Brugseni Supermarket and the sports hall that you might be able to see. Then you've got a couple of hotels, the Best Western and the Hotel Ilulissat are down there, and then that is pretty much all of Ilulissat. And this is the main street. The two supermarkets and a couple of hotels and a few boutiques. So that's where that staircase leads to. There may be one back down, and then I've spotted another one just at the end of the main street that I've also not been up, so I don't know where that's going to take us. They've even got a wooden bridge. They have just built them in random places and then not in others. But each house seems to have some variation of wooden steps or bridges. They also just put benches in random places too. Who's sitting there watching a house? You sit there and look in somebody's window, and then this is the steps back down to the main street. And then when we get down, we'll walk past Pacific and the Brugseni and the sports hall, and we will go left because there's another staircase I can see that winds its way up somewhere else. I don't know where yet, we'll see. If I don't kill myself. Right, so we'll walk past the Brugseni and the Pacific here, and then I'll see you at the next steps. So there's a wooden path walkway running alongside the Pacific, and there's the Brugseni and the sports hall next to it. So behind me is the sports field. Well, it's not really a field, it's a sports dirt, and just off the high street we've got some more steps. So I think these lead us to the place where they keep the husky dogs, because I can hear howling. As I said, literally everywhere you walk in Ilulissat you can see the icebergs hovering off at coast in Disco Bay. This seems to be like a local area, I think. So yeah, there's your construction, your crane, and this is leading us into the dog area. It's a huge dog compound. And it's leading us towards the Ilulissat Ice Fjord Centre and the hiking trails. And I know there's one last big staircase there as well. So we're going to end this video at that staircase. So this is the boardwalk of the Red hiking trail. I've got a whole video on this. Either it's up already, and if it is I'll include it in the description. If not, it might be coming after this video, in which case check it out on the channel. But I know from my walk on this last time that at the end of this boardwalk there's going to be a staircase. Probably the most impressive in Ilulissat. There are lots of smaller ones dotted across the town that lead to people's houses or to local settlements that I don't really want to be pointing a camera around. But the reason I decided to make this video is because there were just so many wooden staircases scattered all across the town. Because of the ingenuity of the locals, they've had to build them, because some of the rocks and the cliff edges are so sheer that without a wooden staircase you'd never be able to get to your house, let alone go shopping, go to school, do whatever you do in daily life, because this is so difficult. The terrain is so difficult to live in. I've never been anywhere like this, and I bet you haven't either. But oh, this boardwalk is getting really slippy. But once we get to the end of this, we've got one last staircase to see, and then I will draw this video to an end. So we are just coming to the final staircase, the best one in my opinion in Ilulissat, and I'll show you why when we get to the top. And that's why. So this staircase leads to probably the best view in Ilulissat. Wind is cold. My phone now says it's minus 15 Celsius. Feels like minus 22. Let's see if we can get up this way. And that is why that staircase is the best. So there are lots of wooden staircases in Ilulissat. Most of them were built by locals to get to the houses, get to shops, get to schools. But us tourists can explore, see what's hidden at the top or at the bottom of these staircases, and you might just stumble across a view like this. I hope this video has been useful. I hope you've enjoyed it. A little bit different, but it would really help with the algorithm if you did the admin stuff for YouTube, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. There's a lot more to come from Ilulissat and from Greenland as a whole. I've got another 9 days here, and there's a lot of stuff coming. Make sure you don't miss any of that, and subscribing will help you do that. I now need to get down because my hands are going to fall off. It is so cold. But thank you for watching, and enjoy the view. So I spoke to YouTube and they said you would also like these cool videos. from my channel, so please also check these ones out.
White spiny whispers to blood is watching from the